And moving on, let's turn our attention to the latest on the US-Ghana deportation deal, which has been marred by controversies. A Ghanaian rights group has filed a lawsuit against President John Mahama's government to block the arrangement. In its lawsuit, the group named Democracy Hub has claimed that at least 42 people have arrived in Ghana since early September, with the most recent flight arriving on Monday carrying 14 West African nationals. Last month, President Mahama announced that Ghana had struck a deal with the US to accept deportees from West Africa. Since then, his government has faced intense backlash, and the latest lawsuit highlights the growing opposition against the deal. The rights group has made some major allegations in its lawsuit. First, that the deportation deal was unconstitutional because it wasn't approved by the Ghanaian parliament. Second, the agreement might violate conventions that forbid sending people to countries where they could face persecution. Reportedly, a bisexual Gambian man was sent by Ghana to his home country, which criminalizes same-sex relations. Third, the group has also raised questions over the military detention of civilian deportees. Reports suggest that deportees from the US were kept in a Ghanaian military camp in harsh conditions, and some of them were later dumped into neighboring Togo without documents. The group has urged the court to declare such treatment of deportees as unlawful. Now, initially, when the deportation deal was announced, Ghana said that it had nothing to gain from the agreement and that the deal was not a promotion of President Trump's immigration policies. But last week, the Ghanaian government made a U-turn by admitting that the country was taking in expelled individuals in exchange for the lifting of US visa restrictions.
They said, okay, you have come to us with what you want. You want us to reverse the visa restrictions. You want extended. You want us to relook at the 15% tariff. We are also now dealing with immigration challenges. So we want you to help us to deal with this issue.
The Trump administration reversed its visa restrictions on Ghanaian nationals last month. Ghana's deportation deal with the US is part of President Donald Trump's crackdown on immigration, which is in line with his America First policy. The Trump administration has struck deportation deals with at least 5 African nations. In July, the US sent the first group of 5 deportees to Eswatini. Since then, the US has also deported dozens of migrants to South Sudan, Rwanda, and Ghana. Though the Trump administration has a similar agreement with Uganda as well, no deportations have been announced yet. Now, coming back to the US-Ghana deportation deal, the lawsuit filed by the rights group has further heightened tensions in the country. What will be the fate of this controversial agreement and that of the deportees being sent to Ghana? Now that remains to be seen.
Want the facts?
The latest developments?
News that gets straight to the point.
Well, we've got all 3 just for you. This is Firstpost Live, a brand new show, your window into what really matters.
Don't miss it.